Good morning, everybody. And it is the middle of summer, and I've got some news for you. Overnight, our wheat and barley actually did come up, and it is now ready to harvest. So we are going to be busy harvesting our wheat fields and barley fields on the next couple days, and then we'll be working on baling up a bunch of straw and whatever straw that we'll be collecting a bunch of bales for the cows, obviously, and whatever straw that we end up not collecting, or I better get that gravity wagons out of the way. Whatever straw we end up not collecting for bales, we're going to go ahead and put into the compost master. This is a tractor I wanted. Let's get this little wagon here out of the way. We should be able to back our combine up now. We're going to use these little gravity wagons to bring our grain back to the silo. Go ahead and get our harvester ready. We're going to go on up to, I think it's field 15. We're going to go ahead and start on field 15. I was not was doubting that the wheat would come up and be ready since we didn't plant it in the winter. So we planted it in spring, but it looks like it did come due. It's ready for us to harvest. I'm going to go ahead and get this guy up here running. What we're going to do is we're not going to use coarse play to cart our grain back to the silo, simply because the AI traffic here is so brutal. Seriously, they're absolutely killer. So we're going to forego the convenience of having coarse play drive our gravity wagons down and dump in the silo. Instead, we're going to basically do that ourselves. We're going to hire out course play driver actually to drive the combine. And the reason we're going to do that is we may wish to basically use that same course play course for the baling of the straw at a later time. Go ahead and look at that forecast. So we do have rain in the forecast in days. And we've got clear skies. So of the 5 days of mid-spring, we have 4 days of sun, which is quite nice. And then we have 1 day of rain. So let's go ahead and get this guy lined up here. And we are going to field work. Team. Southwest. Go north. Yeah. Southeast. How about we do that? All right. Get in. Turn them on. Nearest waypoint. Let's make sure we got straw swath picked. Okay. That off. And we're just going to ride along with the harvester until we get up here to the entrance to our farm. And then we're going to go ahead and jump into our rundown and jump into our gravity wagons. Like I said, we have, if we look here, we have fields 15, 11, and 16 are in wheat or barley. Field 12 is in canola. We can hold off on field 12 until we get these fields done. I'm thinking that we're going to bail up field 15, and we'll probably use fields 11 and 16 for our compost master. And whatever we don't put in the compost master, we're going to put in our hayloft that's on the farm, so that we can then continue to load up that compost master as the year progresses, basically. So like I said, I'm really glad that the wheat did come due and is ready to go, because I was really wasn't really looking forward to 5 days with not a lot going on with respect to the harvest and everything. But now what we can do is concentrate on getting this harvest in. And then once we get the wheat off the field and the straw off the field, we can hire some workers to cultivate the field up and fertilize it and plant soybeans and try to double harvest 4 fields. I don't know if we're going to get all 4 fields double harvested. They only get 3 fields in a double harvest, but we'll try our darndest to make as much use of the land that we have, time that we've got going on. Let's go ahead and our 60. This is 66, 16, and we'll go ahead and stat. Transport these gravity wagons. It shouldn't have any problem with the pulling these weights. See, our harvester's already almost full, and he's basically made 1 pass. See if I'm not going to be able to catch him before he turns. It's good. I want him to turn anyway. His pipe is on this side. Let's see if we can dial back our cruise control. Let's see if we can't get this set. I didn't quite get it caught with respect to emptying. Can do is try to drive along. Looks like if we Let's get back up. So what it looks like is that he basically can make one whole pass, and then he needs to be emptied. So if we basically can catch him on the north side of the field and empty him on the north side of the field and then on the south side of the field before he makes his turn, be good. We won't be driving through any crop. Let's see if we can be interesting to see if we can hold 2 full passes in each gravity wagon. Not really sure what the yield's going to be like. It's our first harvest of the map. Exciting times. See how that traffic just flies down these roads. I really like these wagons, and I've been trying to get them incorporated. I did not manage to get them incorporated into Churn Farms. It just didn't work out with respect to the overall story line, and the wagons didn't quite come out in time to plan on using them from the get-go. So I'm going to but we're going to use them on this map for darn sure. I hadn't got 2, and it looks like 2 will not hold. Can't go up and back 2. What we can do is we can go up, back, and up. So we'll make 3 passes before we'll unload. What I will do is turn around. Basically wait on this guy on the other end of the field. You can see also back there I made some purchases off camera. Down there, right by the grass field, you see we've got a slurry tank that we've got sitting out there. I went ahead and bought the overloader pipe add-on, and went ahead and extended the overloader pipe. I also picked up a semi-tank for tanker for purpose of transporting slurry from the cows to the about that to the to that tanker, and we're going to basically fertilize that field next time that it needs fertilizing with slurry instead of solid fertilizer. At this point, we have that tanker full, 100,000 liters of slurry. Got about 10,000 liters of slurry left in the whole tank that we make use of. That's also something that's changed since the last time that we were together. Just gonna sit here, wait on this guy, and I'll be right back with you once he comes up. Alright, so here he is, ready to make his turn. Go ahead and unload him, as I said, and then we'll take this load straight down to the silo. Go ahead and dump both loads. Right. Put on cruise control, step it up a little bit. Good. And unload him. See the grain coming out the pipe there. Still 30%. 10%. Alright, so let's go ahead and head on down here to the silos. Car coming. Do. Clear on that end. Be able to make it across. So we're getting a pretty good yield out of that field. About 10,000 liters a pass. A little over 10,000 liters a pass, I would say. Important that we get down here and get this offloaded and get back to that harvester before it makes its turn. That unloads pretty darn quick. Alright. You get up here. If not, we'll just have to stop him and back him up. Yep, looks like he's making his turn right now, so we're not going to be able to quite catch him. We're going to need to stop the harvester. Back him up a little bit. There we go. Stop driver. Go ahead and unload him. And then we'll go ahead and back him on up and get him started again. This is the harvester that came with the map. This is just a stock in-game 10.90. So get him started back up, and we'll meet him on the other side of the field. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and check out the slurry tank here. Here's our slurry tank. Just going to leave him here, and we will come and fill him up from time to time as we need to, and we'll pull from him as we need to fertilize this field. So we're going to go ahead and finish this field off before we start our baling, simply because we don't need our baler to be our baler will run at 12 miles an hour, whereas our harvester here is running at 6, and we don't need the bales to be getting in our way with respect to our grain carts. Should have this field done by mid-afternoon, early evening. It's not that big of a deal. We're gonna want to have this field baled up before nightfall. Not nightfall, but before midnight, so we don't lose volume on our windrow. That's the only real thing that's governing maybe when we start our baling process. So with being noon already, not halfway through the field, probably need a couple more passes to get halfway through the field. We may start the baler before we're done, but I would say I would want to be at least 3/4 of the way done the field before I start the baler, just so that I don't have to worry about running bales as we grain cart. Then the next field will be we'll go and do field 16 next. That is the barley field. Then we'll do field 11 after that. Let's turn. Set our cruise control. So go ahead and fill this cart up. Said we're going to do we'll go and let him run this way down and then run another time up north, and we'll unload, and then we'll go and put our grain in the grain bin. So last time I talked about the POW truck, I mentioned that Rockhound was had submitted the truck to the in-game mod hub, to Giants, for consideration, and I've got word that he's heard back from Giants, and at this point, barring probably a total rework of the model, it's not going to be submitted, or the submission is not going to get accepted by Giants, simply because apparently it has way too many polygons in the model. I assume for performance on the consoles, all models, tractor models, and I guess tractors and trucks are of the same classification. Tractors, we're can have no more than 100,000 polygons. And apparently the POW truck has, well, apparently it's got about 800,000 polygons. So it's got some pretty serious weight to lose in order to be considered again for the in-game mod hub. And I've got to think that it's got to deal with performance in consoles, even though Rockhound wasn't really going to submit that for console approval. It's still got to fit within those constraints, I suppose. And like I said, the model's going to have to take some serious weight loss to drop down to the 100,000 polygon level. So at this point, it's not looking very favorable for the Giants mod hub, but I do know that he is looking at other mod hosting sites to host it for PCs. So as I get more information on those sites and on that information, I will pass it along. But the mod is available directly from Rockhound, directly from his Facebook page. Go look him up, Rockhound Mods, over on Facebook. You should be able to find the link, like in a pinned post, or simply just message him, and I think he'll hit you up with the link how to get that POW truck. So I just wanted to update everybody on where that status was. This episode's going to air a few weeks later than I'm recording it, so who knows where it's going to be by the time this episode actually does air. But at any rate, I'm just giving you the news as I have it, and here in a couple weeks when this episode airs, you'll get that information also. While we're waiting on him to traverse, might as well just go ahead and dump this load. Cap here. Bit of our head tracking. Got a busy road here. Because while he's making that turn, we'll go offload this grain. It's probably the smarter decision. Go ahead and use our bale stacker again. Make nice stacks of 4. See if you can see that. Yeah, you can see the dump animation from in-cab. That's pretty cool. Alright. Sure there's cars that drive on this road. Right. Maybe there aren't any. Maybe they just come down this intersection up here where the stop sign is. Looks like we grabbed him just about on time. Comes flying up this hill. Bad. Alright guys, so that's where I'm going to leave you for the day. Trying to off camera finish harvesting this field, finish baling the field, and when we come back we'll be working over on our barley field. May set up courseplay to unload grain carts on that field, basically because I think that we can get to yeah, we can go straight from the field to the silo without having to deal with traffic. So we can go ahead and set up an unload course. We can just focus on running the harvester for that particular episode. I want to thank you guys for watching. I encourage you to click the subscribe button if you aren't already a subscriber. Consider the like button if you like this video. I encourage you to go check out PCSG and 3 Dudes Gaming Network. Those are both really great community websites to check out, and both websites have a open multiplayer servers that you can participate with, and all you need to do is be a member of either site to get the login information and participate on their open multiplayer servers. So until next time guys, happy farming.